Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm excited to introduce the newest addition to my bike quiver. This is my Salsa Fargo size medium and 2019 frame. And well, I've been chasing the ultimate adventure rig for quite some time now. The one versatile enough for winter commuting, gravel rides, bikepacking and everything in between. And the Fargo checks so many boxes, so well, let's dive into the build. And why is the 2019 frame? First of all, well, I chose this frame because it uses the original 100mm spacing in the fork, which accommodates both road and gravel tires, and the rear uses 148 boost mountain bike spacing, which I've shimmed down to 142 using aftermarket shims because we have this fabulous alternator dropout system here, which I've talked about a little bit before. And so I can run whatever wheels that I want, really. Plus, Salsa alternator dropout let me adjust my chainstay length here, plus minus 20 mil or so. It depends on whether I want to ride more aggressively single tracks or something. It's then more playful to ride with shorter chainstays, or if I want to go touring, load the bike up, then I'll probably elongate the chainstay to have more stable ride. And yeah, this is quite a Frankenstein type of build. I would say this is version 2, or still in a prototype phase, because well, eventually I will be modifying it. But my final goal is to get the titanium version of this frame with the parts that I've already tested. So yeah, let's dive into Cockpit maybe. And you can see the shifters are the Rode Shimano 105 shifters, 11 speed, and they are married to a mountain bike drivetrain via the cute and smart little gizmo that is the JTech pull ratio converter that I had to buy separately because, well, road shifters don't really go with mountain bike derailleurs. That's the thing, and yeah, so you have to kind of change the pull ratio to make the whole thing work. Well, it's not a textbook setup, but it shifts surprisingly well once you dial it in. And the handlebar, it's a carbon life smoothie handlebar, surprisingly comfortable. It has some springiness to it, so it makes a ride a little bit more comfy. And the feature that stands out in this Cockpit is probably the suspension stem. This one is the Cane Creek E-Silk model. It's 80mm long, and yeah, it's pretty squishy. I have to I'm actually experimenting with printing out the TPU inserts of varying densities to kind of fine-tune the damping on it. But yeah, what else is there? Headset is Hope. It has been originally mounted on this bike. It's a Hope headset with some orangey kind of bits and pieces here, which I really like. So I actually got this extra spacers in the same color. And the seat posts and saddle, something carbon generic seat posts that I've got just lying around. Nothing special, but it works. Ergon saddle, probably will be swapping it. Okay, moving to the wheels. So yeah, these wheels these are the DT Swiss mountain bike wheels that I really bought just for the hubs, and the hubs are the silver 350s ratchet style, so really good looking and robust and universal system there. I'm kind of moving into having solely the DT Swiss hubs as a platform for just swapping end caps and rebuilding them with the same internals. So what else is there? The Continental Race King, really fast rolling 2.2 mountain bike tires, set up tubeless. I really love them. I do really feel, and even my wife when she rides it, because she can ride it apparently, and she really enjoyed it, and she noticed that it's pretty snappy on the pavement as well, so it doesn't really suffer from too much drag because of the tires. So I can really attest to the claims about these tires, how fast they are. They are pretty fast, especially set up tubeless. What else is there? So moving to the drivetrain, we have the SLX, Shimano SLX, the newest 12-speed crankset. It's 170 mil. It's pretty straightforward, really robust. What I'm not a big fan of right now, maybe I will change, is the chain line here. It's too much outwards, and yeah, it's something to take. I have to take a look into fixing. Maybe I'll try to experiment with 2x mountain bike drivetrain and crankset. We'll see. And on the back we have me being kind of opportunistic. I took advantage of these wheels coming with a 8 XD free hub body, which is not my favorite. I will be swapping it to HG Shimano standard at some point, but now it's because I've got this cassette almost for nothing. It was new Chinese brand 9 to 45 11-speed cassette that actually fits the XD freehub body, which is pretty unusual, but it kind of coincidentally matched my setup. So yeah, that's why I'm saying it's just a prototype kind of version 1 build, because I just used whatever I have running around and being very opportunistic about it. But it kind of works. It's not perfect though. The shifting is not as it should be. It is probably because the chain is not really working that well with the cassette. So maybe there's some chain line issue, obviously, especially on the big cogs, and but also it can be down to the pull ratio converter that I have. So next I'll be trying maybe a GRX derailleur that has a road pull ratio, just to eliminate this factor. So yeah, what else is there? Brakes. Well, we have mechanical disc brakes that are not the perfect solution, but it just they just work, and you don't have to worry about any oil change or whatever, especially when you on the big rides, like some epic touring escapades around the world or something like that. There are many people that are setting up their touring bikes with mechanical disc brakes still because of that very reason. You can repair them on the roadside and not worry about critical failure in the middle of nowhere. And also I set them up with 180mm rollers, so there's more stopping power front and rear. And so far well, that's definitely not one finger operation, especially with those shifters, but they stop decently. I don't suffer, especially with the compressionless jack wire housing. Yeah. How is riding on it? So, as I said, I have the dropouts on the shortest position right now, so the Fargo is nimble and playful, almost like kind of a hybrid between a mountain bike and a gravel rig. I would say it's, well, this is the original drop bar mountain bike, to be honest. That's one of the first, if not the first. So it is definitely the geometry and handling is really spot on for what can we expect here in Iceland regarding gravel riding. So I really like this aspect. What else? It kind of tracks well across gravel roads, and the geometry is plenty comfortable. So far so good. I'm really digging it, and as I said, I'll be upgrading in the future. Like the freehub body needs to go, so I will be probably changing everything into Shimano cassettes, standard. Maybe even DIY the newest wireless derailleur. That's something that I want to check up, and maybe a suspension fork at some point, because the frame is suspension fork corrected, so it will fit here. Maybe a flat bar option, and some rags and mounts and mud guards, whatever comes to my mind, I'll try to fit it and test it. And ultimately, I will get a roll of hub, the internal gearing system that will sit in hub, because, well, this frame is split frame, so you can actually split it and run the belt. So marrying roll-off internal hub with a belt drive will give me zero possibility to this being rusty over the winter or something like that, or corroding. And especially with the titanium frame that I'll probably buy at some point, that will potentially be an ultimate winter setup. So yeah, it's a truly versatile platform, and I'm kind of right now into versatile bikes, and I'll be experimenting with more versatile setups like that, and kind of building an ecosystem around it, just to I don't know, have fun, I guess. So it's you can have multiple bikes in one, to be honest, just by swapping wheel sets, or just changing the ecosystem, like the mud guards and racks and so on, or even changing drop bars to flat bars. So yeah, watch this space. I'll be making new versions of this bike and keep upgrading it slowly. So thanks for watching.